Hundreds of people. Hundreds.
The entire audience for the Jimmy Kimmel Show.
Yeah. The camera is framed in a very specific way.
Yeah.
Do not pan right, for the love of God.
So the strangest thing to come out of this week is Disney's being boycotted now by woke Hollywood.
Yes! I love it. Welcome to the party, pal.
Hilarious. They've been saying this like it's a threat. If you guys don't bring Kimmel back, we will boycott. And we're like,
okay.
No, don't do that.
Please don't.
Your terms are acceptable.
Please
Yes,
stop.
they are. Break
Yeah,
out,
Willy Wonka.
break out the popcorn.
No.
I had the best sleep of my life when I went to sleep knowing that all these weirdos were canceling their business.
Yes.
Except you, Tatiana Maslany.
So,
Oh yes.
I mean, this is worth the firing alone if Damon Lindelof never fucking writes anything for the rest of his life again.
God.
The entire world wins. Damon Lindelof wrote Prometheus, wrote fucking Lost, wrote the...
Did he write that Watchmen show?
He wrote the worst the most hateful piece of scripted entertainment I have ever seen, The Watchmen show.
They're fucking canceling their Disney Plus. You got all these fucking pronoun in bio trans polyamorous fucking degenerate freaks out there that are furiously texting and calling their parents who hate their lifestyle to beg them to cancel their Disney Plus because they still get it on their parents' account.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's for.
It's so
The
true.
entire audience of the acolytes. The entire audience of the acolytes.
Yes.
Oh, all of them. All three of them.
There was, I saw people saying, contact your local provider and tell them to cancel your ABC subscription. And it's like, bro.
How that works.
Why?
It's free for everybody. You can't cancel ABC. You can't do that. You can't take ABC off of your fucking cable.
Take it away.
That's fucking hilarious.
Take it off.
So the best part about this is Damon Lindelof was writing a Star Wars movie, remember, Ryan? And it got shit canned. So of course he's gonna vow to not work with Disney until Jimmy Kimmel Live is reinstated. I can't in good consciousness. Man, Disney fucking stock going up right now, dude. And this is very disappointing because I think a lot of people here want a She-Hulk season 2. I do.
I think I care more about She-Hulk season 2 than Tatiana at this point. I've been campaigning for a season 2, and this is the second time she's had a go at Disney just because she can't keep her mouth shut. The first time she apologized for it, and then she's just done it again.
Cancel your Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN subscriptions, and if you can't tell what this is, that is Tatiana Maslany's Instagram, correct?
Yes.
And that is her with her little She-Hulk.
That's better CGI than the show.
It was. So not showing up in Doomsday, I guess. That's just going out on a limb.
Remember, she got cut from Deadpool and Wolverine, and we know that she wasn't asked to be in.
Hold on.
Doomsday.
That was not true. She was never in Deadpool and Wolverine. That was a fucking like Mike Zero type of fucking lie that got spread. And then when she responded to it, she did it mocking the people that fucking believed it, and then people ran with that as in, well, she confirmed it. Like that never happened. That was never a thing.
So brave, Tatiana.
Boo.
Boo.
Yeah, cancel your Disney Plus. I agree with her. Hey, I think she should post this
100%.
every day for the next week.
Yeah.
Go for it. This is the first
I love
time
how
I
she's
agree
using
with
an
all these
NPC
weirdos.
face, just a little. It's poetic, really.
It really is, and it does look better than it did in the actual show. To be honest with you.
I can't wait for the.
Imagine that was walking around in the show. That would have been hilarious.
Also, our favorite guy.
Of course.
Hey, you know the funniest part about this? Look at the caption. He spelled. Oh no, he fixed it. He had spelled speech wrong. He said SPEAC. Now he fixed it. Look, you see it says edited. It says edited. He fixed it.
You see, heterosexuality isn't his first language.
No, it's not. If somebody can make a meme of adult pretender and change the content to a pretender at the bottom, I'd really appreciate it.
Adult diaper would be more, I think, in line with that.
Can
one.
someone explain to me why he commented "yay gay" right underneath?
Already shipped.
Yeah. Wait, what? What?
Yeah, I got you don't understand.
Hey.
Just to emphasize how much of a piece of crap this guy is, right? Standing with Jimmy Kimmel. Where was he when Gina Carano was fired? Was he standing with her anywhere
no.
at all?
No.
Of course not.
He was sitting
didn't
on
put
a
out a
fucking
tweet.
dick, is what he was doing. He wasn't standing up for her.
He was living in safety. That what he was saying was absolutely in line with the mob.
But also,
Remember when he tried to get Gina Carano to put pronouns in her bio?
Yep.
look, this is a big deal because Pedro Pascal, by the way, is the star of 2 of your properties, Marvel and Star Wars. Pedro Pascal is also the same person who just a few fucking months ago came out and supported Rachel Zegler against Disney, right? In the aftermath of those things dropping where a lot of people from Disney, the people that were behind the movie, let spill what exactly happened, how Rachel Zegler refused to shut the fuck up and all of those things. In response to that, he went out there and was supportive of Rachel Zegler while he was employed by Disney. And he's still employed by Disney, and now he's doing this for Kimmel. That is a much more impactful and problematic, if you're Disney, statement than fucking Tatiana Maslany, who you're not doing shit with anyway.
Yep.
Also shows a contradiction, and that everybody was right about the Gina thing, that you're only leaning one way. Because Gina put out a tweet, which if you look in hindsight, she was kind of correct on.
Absolutely.
And y'all fired her.
Kind of correct. 100% correct.
You know what I'm saying?
100% correct.
A reshared
But no.
Instagram story. Yes.
Yep.
He won't stand for Gina, but he'll get on his knees for Kimmel. That's fucking wild.
It's just solidifying their own space among the elite. That's all it is.
Yep. And it's certainly on their mind when Patton Oswalt goes, "Oh, I know you're going to say I'm an elitist from the West Coast." Yeah, you are.
You are.
You are. You
Right.
you
100%.
are not in touch with the average middle class American, working class American, and you're going to go even further. But Hollywood's had some rough times over the last 5 years. Their ticket sales have not even gotten close to what they were in 2019. Box office, they're charging more for tickets, and they're still making less money. As a matter of fact, they're a significant percentage behind 2019, which was the last year of full movie releases. Let's not talk about streaming and how much money they're losing on that as well. They're losing customers. So the ticket sales, I mean, I guess one of the best examples we've seen are the ticket sales between, Man of Steel and Superman. And Man of Steel sold 3 times the amount of tickets than Superman. And that's indicative for a lot of movies right now. It's to the point where they stopped reporting ticket sales. The only way we figure it out is by extrapolating it off of the average price of a ticket sale off the total of a movie. And that's just a guess. But they used to actually count them. And they stopped in around, correct me if I'm wrong, Odin, 2020, 2021 was the time they stopped reporting ticket sales because they were down so much. Ratings are down across the board. People aren't watching as much TV. Hollywood, it competes against itself. It competes against podcasters. It competes against you out there. And the last thing they need after 2 work stoppages in the last 5 years is pissing off half of America some more. This is the worst route you could possibly take, but they're going to rally for Jimmy Kimmel. They're so fucking empty-headed and stupid, yet evil at the same time. And what needs to happen is for the people with common sense in Hollywood right now, you need to call this shit out. Like we are no longer in a time where you're like, I'm just trying to go along to get along. I need to keep my job. You aren't going to have a fucking job. As a matter of fact, you're losing jobs as we speak. Atlanta's pretty much shutting down for Marvel, and all those jobs are going to the UK. I just spoke to somebody who works regularly in Hollywood, and he says, I'm the only one working, and that's because he knows a big time producer. Otherwise, there's a lot
that's why the WGA right now is protesting outside Disney, and it's just because they've got no work to go to anyway. They've got all the free time in the world to. My favorite part is that they're standing in the middle of the road to make it look like they've got a picket line, but people are still working at Disney, so they're having to run out of the way of cars which are driving at them, and then go back in the road for the photo opportunity before they run away again.
Yeah. What was it? Drunk 3PO was talking about on Daily this morning that there was a protest in front of, I believe it was Disneyland, about this, and then the protesters are going to go into Disneyland.
What?
They're just there for a day out.
So,
Like, oh, I'll join in.
so they're
Boycott!
protesting.
Oh, let's
They're
go.
boycotting
Owls
Disney,
protesting outside of an abattoir.
Yeah.
God.
and then they're going to go into Disneyland, which is hilarious.
We can't take the piss out of you as good as you're doing yourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, leave some for the rest of us.
Please.
For goodness sake.
Please.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
It's not fair, but God, it's funny.
Oh, it is.
We
very
live in
funny.
parody world at this point, but and we have to laugh at this point because otherwise we have to think about, like Ryan mentioned it earlier. Colbert is trying to push I am Jimmy Kimmel, so they can deflect.
We are Jimmy Kimmel.
We are Jimmy Kimmel.
After a week of We Are Charlie Kirk, it is now We Are Jimmy Kimmel.
No, we fucking.
and they're
Because it's basically the same thing, right, guys?
they're
Oh, yeah, totally.
specifically trying to change the narrative because they know how bad this looks, because it's the worst of the worst. Somebody was murdered and they want you and the rest of the public to forget about it as soon as possible. And the most disappointing thing, as Ryan mentioned earlier, it's working. When I heard when John Cleese brought up at the Majestic Theater last night about Kimmel getting canceled, a lot of people fucking applauded his support for Kimmel, and they like a lot. And it can be discouraging. So maybe focus on a lot of the memorials that are happening for Charlie Kirk. That irrelevant guy who's not going to be a martyr has memorials all around the country. We just had a huge one here in San Antonio.
Yeah.
All around the world they're happening. Somebody just mentioned in the chat there's going to be one right down the street from Folsom Prison, which I think I know where that is because we heard. I was in the camp. I think there's an amphitheater right next to Folsom Prison, and we heard Willie Nelson playing one night. We were like sitting next to the fence listening to Willie Nelson at the amphitheater down the street. So maybe it's there. But there's going to be huge ones. And then I think his funeral is Sunday, correct?
Sunday.
It's
Yes.
Sunday.
Yeah,
and
people are going back to church and everything. too.
Yeah.
It's great to see. God uses tragedy like that to do good, and He really has. In the wake of all this negativity, you see a lot of the negativity, the people celebrating all that bullshit. But there is a lot of great stuff. I went to a vigil in Arlington Heights, which is where he was born there and raised there, and his family were at this vigil, and it was great to see because it's not a huge city. And there were 3,000 people there. 3,000 people there. So this, like Gary was just saying, it's happening all around the world. There's a lot of great things happening, despite all the negativity. And these people, like we've been saying for a while, they are losing. They are getting more desperate. They're doing dumber shit like this. This is dumb.
And they're doing dangerous shit. Again,
yes.
To say that the hyperbolic rhetoric around the transmission issue has not led to the violence that's happened over the course of the last couple of years is naive and ridiculous. It's absolutely led to it. You have a lot of mentally ill people, but we also don't want to protect them with mental illness. There's also people who are just evil and fucking deliberate. Okay.
Right.
They might be broken, but and of course there's mental illness involved with ever wanting to commit violence or kill somebody, but it's not hidden behind some disease, right? This was a deliberate act, and it's done because some people are pushing hysteria, absolute fucking hysteria, and have been for 10 years, and people have been saying something bad is going to happen out of this. Something bad happened. That's something bad. The shoe finally dropped, right? And God, Hollywood wants to change the narrative as much as they can. So I'm really interested to see these protests for Kimmel. Are the signs handwritten? I could be wrong on this one. Are the signs
the WGA ones were handwritten. The ones outside Jimmy Kimmel's office were pre-printed.
Look, if all the people that are out there tweeting and stuff like this about Jimmy Kimmel now, if all of them have been watching his show, Disney probably wouldn't have suspended him, even if there was backlash, because he actually got good ratings.
Nobody's talking about that, man. Y'all are the modern audience. Y'all get on Twitter, you have millions of views on your tweets, thousands of likes, all these tweets, all stand for Jimmy Kimmel and all this. None of you was watching the show.
I was
none of you.
Okay, maybe not.
It's so ridiculous.
No, you're right, and the ones that were actually. There were some watching the show, but that's it. It's like the argument with the Acolyte audience. There was a very passionate audience, they were just really small, a really small audience. And nobody really cares. Again, they just want to push this narrative. Oh my God, There's
There's
fives
so
and
many.
tens of people there.
Whoa.
There's ones of people there.
Whoa.
Even Deadline reported them as 300.
What are we gonna do?
It says, are you next? It says, are you
Nothing.
next?
That's a good
Yeah, we were
question.
asking that after Charlie Kirk got fucking shot.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is that-
For voicing opinion.
yeah. Are you next to be shot? Is that what you're saying? I think that's what you're saying.
Because a higher chance of something like that happening versus, oh, you have a multi-million-dollar show that you get put on leave for a very short time for.
And even if he's gone, oh no.
Oh,
The
dear.
guy whose ratings are in the shitter now has to retire with the tens of millions of dollars that he has. Whatever
I'm sure
will he
it's tragic.
do?
Oh, let me
Yeah.
get my violin out.
Yeah.
I think my favorite sign was, "This is literally what happened in Andor." And it's like, firstly, barely anyone knows what that was. It's like, they built a Death Star? Like, what are you on about?
No, did you see the one where it said, "Did you watch Andor?" And everybody's like, "Nobody
No,
knows."
there was
What
one.
are you
This
talking
is
about?"
literally what happened in Andor.
Not moderate, dude.
Oh, that's great.
One of people to die.
You even
No.
watch Andor.
Oh.
Funniest sign I've ever seen. The answer is no. It's like, no, I did watch. I mean, I personally watched Andor, but you're
was that a-
asking regular people?
So
No.
more people watched
watch it.
The Acolyte than watched Andor.
Yes.
That is
Which is
That
kind of
is-
sad.
truth. Now, obviously, you got to look at the actual viewer number, not the Nielsen ratings minutes watch number, like to do that. But yeah, it's not all that impressive.
Now, guys, I want to give them the best optics. Okay, this is a further back footage, so you can see the entire audience. Okay, so
Okay.
what are you laughing for? Why are you laughing?
No, I just remembered a joke. That was all.
So this is a totality. I just wanna get
this
me-
is the
Okay.
fun pan.
Is this what Deadline said was 300 people?
Hundreds, yes, hundreds of people.
That is not
Barely over
300
100.
people.
It's
That
about
might be
60.
100
It's about
people.
60.
Are you
Barely
are you
100.
counting the people who are just walking down the street like that? Those two ladies right there who are shopping.
Count everyone that drives past in the cars. Everyone
Yeah,
that drives past,
okay.
they're also
Are
pretty.
you
I
counting the
would
people
have-
who work in the building behind them too?
I could buy that maybe throughout the course of the day and the entire thing filtering in and out that you might have had, 200 to 300 people there. But obviously that's not 300 just by itself.
I've been
Yeah.
I've been to that building.
And the Kevin cars.
I've been inside that
Like-
building.
We're
Wake
so
up,
impressed.
Ethan. Wake up.
Look how oppressed they are as they're about to go to Starbucks right after this.
Civil disobedience now.
Somebody who's already doing the Starbucks run, mate. Don't worry about it.
So in this one,
Yeah, it's the first bit. This is literally what your show Andor is about.
Matt Damon knows this.
what does that even mean?
Damon
Kitchen praise for no reason.
not even me.
I like that. To swear as well.
What does that even mean?
Oh my god.
That David is retarded and he
Yeah, like, is that like maybe it's a
Martian?
reused sign for the different
bro-
protest you
Oh
went to?
god, I
don't
wish
know.
I was there. Are they gonna do another protest? Because somebody needs to troll this. Somebody needs to go there with a Charlie Kirk sign and a freedom shirt on. See what happens.
Yeah, you might get shot. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
I think Disbrew had the best one. What are we worried about? They're going to build a Death Star.
What the what else happened?
That's what I'm talking about. Get rid of that rat. I'm so glad. Boycott that
Yes.
stupid rat. Make me mad.
Do what you want. It's a free country.
The irony
Not
of
free
all
speech,
that
though.
is let's see what's actually been happening. They want to portray Trump and MAGA as fascists and blah blah blah. What actually happened? The guy who was out there speaking his mind and disagreeing and things like that was shot and murdered. If you're going to talk about like what side, like how close of that to fascism, that sounds a little more closer to fascism than what we've been seeing from the government. And then to have the mainstream media go out there and not for the government, just by themselves come up and try to make up lies and push lies and misinform people, put out propaganda. Doesn't that sound a little bit like what the empire was doing? Now, they were doing it as the government, but these corporations have been doing it. They are the entities that are doing that, putting out misinformation to the people. That's exactly what Jimmy Kimmel was doing. You can try to draw some comparisons if you want, but in reality, if you look a little closer, and you realize that Jimmy Kimmel, like the reason he's not there is not because Trump called Bob Iger and was like, get this motherfucker off the air. That's not it. Like, if that was the reality, why wasn't all this shit happening fucking for like 2016 to 2020,
Yep.
right? Why wasn't all this shit happening then?
Yep.
And it's because the nature of where we're at now is much different than where we were then. People are really tired of the woke bullshit. They've seen past the mainstream media lies. And then somebody went out there and said that, like Jimmy Kimmel did, those lies about the assassin. And you had advertisers and broadcasters say, this is too far. We're not going to air this shit if it continues this way. But they're trying to spin it into this bullshit thing.
Yep.
The silent majority is the silent majority for a reason. They're the majority. Like they saw it in their TV, in their games, in their comics, and they're like, well, you know, it might affect this, but I'll just read something else, or I'll watch something else, play something else. And now it's gotten to the point where now even just the regular people are like, oh, you're pulling too far. This is it. And now the silent majority is not silent anymore. And they can't handle the fact that they are literally a fringe minority of people who the majority let them have control. And that's not happening anymore.
Yep.
No.
And just to show you how much effort SAG-AFTRA is putting into their campaign outside Disney, Strike Captain Alyssa Phillips said, I didn't think I would have to whip this out again because they're using the same, like, placards that they used for the WGA strike
Of course.
a few years ago. They can't even be bothered to make one specially for this occasion.
They can't afford
So
it.
authentic.
That's the Film Actors Guild district.
Matt Damon. Maybe that's what he was referencing.
Say Matt Damon.
Rhetoric.com. Please subscribe.